Hello everyone, this is Whitebox here with another game of Spirit Island. I've got a new setup, so I'm excited to try that out. This is going to be a test to see how well it works. Well, this is going to be a fast game, so without further ado, I'll get right into it. I realize that I've had a couple of very long games in a row, so this is going to try to be the opposite of that. I'm going to be playing Stone's Unyielding Defiance against Brandenburg-Prussia level 6, which I've already got set up and stack and everything. I will quickly read off Stone's lore, because I don't think I've played a true solo game with Stone before. Some things refuse to break. Underneath the soil and sand of the island lies rock, layer upon layer, built up over the ages. Some stones weather quickly once exposed to the elements, while others are made of sterner and harder. Stone's Unyielding Defiance is a spirit of that stone which resists being shattered, moved, or shaped to the will of another. It is capable of tremendous feats of resilience and obstinacy, particularly when confronted head-on in a belligerent fashion. It's not unfriendly to other spirits or to the Dahan, but it works with them on its own terms. So this spirit, starts with 2 presence, one in the lowest numbered mountain without Dahan, and one in an adjacent land that has Blight. Should be here. So this whole spirits thing is that when Blight gets added, it can take it from the box rather than the Blighted Island card, and that it won't lose presence when it's in lands that Blight. So I want Blight to get added onto the island so that I can use that to, or use the invaders' attacks to kind of rebound against them and do a bunch of damage. So we'll see how that goes. It's a very powerful spirit. I will admit that I'm not super experienced with them. I've actually played them less than almost any other spirit now. But very powerful. We'll see how they do against Brandenburg-Prussia 6. And my initial explore here is going to be sands and wetlands. Get those sands and wetlands out. And then I'll get started. So the main thing here is that I want to stop that cascade in land number 5. That would be bad. But if I get a second presence in there, that's going to be enough. As long as I have more presence than there are Blight after they get added, I can kind of absorb it and keep it from cascading or destroying presence. So if I add a second presence there, it's going to be fine. So with that in mind, I want to add a presence into lane number 5. That'll be good. And last time I played Stone, I went all bottom track against Habsburg, which I'm not going to do this game. It's going to be way too slow against BP6. So I guess I'll go top track. And what do I want to do first? Probably, let's see, I can stop a couple bad things from happening if I plow Shatter on rocky ground. So yeah, that'll probably be okay. So let's go for, well, I'll have enough energy for it anyway. So let's go top track. I'll gain a power card and see what happens with this. Well, next turn, I could just go straight into a major next turn, really. So yeah, let's just gain the energy, actually. So I get 3 energy. I'll get 2 for presence. I'm going to add 1 from top into land 5. And the 1 card I'm going to play this turn, because I have 1 card play, is going to be Plow's Shatter on rocky ground. And I'll go right to it. So first, turn that. So actually, I have a discard. I have no fast powers, so I'm going straight into the invader stuff. So let's go into build. So build in sands and wetlands, and that shouldn't be too bad. And we'll see if the explorer is sands or wetlands, because that'll make it a little trickier. Now it's mountain, so that should be good. So the escalation is just to add a town to a land without a town. Probably do it into this one. And then get a couple of Explorers. Alright, that's the invader phase. So then we go straight into my slow powers. I just have Plow, Shatter on Rocky Ground. I'm going to go, I don't really want them to destroy Dahan, so I'm going to target land 6, destroy this town, and that generates 1 fear. Then I will discard cards and go back to growth. So for growth this time, I want to gain a power card and a presence. I'm going to do the presence first. So let's go from top because I get a minor from that. So let's see, and I could potentially forget that minor for a major if I don't have any good options. So if I go into land 2 or 8, I can stop those from blading out. It is expensive, it costs 2 energy each time that I do that. So I don't want to do it too often, and I'm already going to be doing it in land 5. I could just let them both blight, it's okay. Don't really want to though. So if I let land 2 and 8 blight, I'll still have a healthy island, so that'll be okay. And I can set up instead for something else in the future. Let's see, I'm going to have 6 energy this turn, which isn't too bad. My other cards are pretty cheap. Yeah, let's go into land 2. I get a minor just from revealing that space. So I've got Swarming Wasps, Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth, Pact of the Giant Hunt, and Nature's Resilience. Really, I'm not going to look at anything that doesn't have Earth. Earth is that important for me. So I will just discard those cards. And then I've got 2 very good ones, Nature's Resilience and Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth. Probably Nature's Resilience is better. Eventually remove Blight, and there's going to be a lot of Blight on the board. Defend 6 is quite good. So yeah, let's go ahead and take Nature's Resilience. And that'll be perfect actually for land number 3 next turn. Maybe. It does need a Sacred Site. Okay. Well, I can use it on 7. I'll use it somewhere. Okay. So that's that. I could take a major right away. But really, Brandenburg-Prussia, it's a lot of small problems. I don't think I need a major right now. So I'll gain a second minor. I'm just going to be putting off my reclaim for a long time. Which maybe isn't the best thing. I'll grab a major. Why not? Turn 2 major. Might not play it, but we'll see. Storm Swap. It's excellent. 1 damage to each invader. Melt Earth into Quicksand. Voice of Command. And Indomitable Claim. Indomitable Claim is probably the way to go. It's just the best card here. I can eventually pair that with Stubborn Solidarity and do action skips and extra fear and stuff. Actually, next turn, well, 2 turns, I would be able to do that. Melt Earth into Quicksand is also excellent. That's tricky. But I think I'm just going to take Indomitable Claim. It's fantastic, so yeah. And I'll forget Plow, Shatter on Rocky Ground from discard. And then I'll go to it. So I was going to do Stubborn Solidarity in land 5, but I don't think I want to anymore. Because I can save that card for a couple turns from now and pair it with Indomitable Claim so that I can get the threshold on it. So instead, I'll probably just defend that land with Nature's Resilience. I might get 3 energy. And probably I need one others. So let's go with Jagged Shards, push up from the earth. Sure this is still going? Yeah, I'm good. Alright, so saving up some energy. That'll be good for next turn. Won't get to 3 card plays just yet. It'll be 2 turns from now, but I think that'll be okay. Alright. So going into the fast phase, I'm going to do Defense 6 here in land 5. Also going to use Hold the Island Fast with a Bulwark of Will, so whenever Blight is added to one of my lands, I may pay 2 energy per Blight to take it from the box instead of the Blight card. Event. It's going to be stage 2, so Harvest Bounty, Harvest Dust. If the island is healthy, on each board choose a land with towns and cities, ravage there. If the island's blighted, so it is healthy. So let's do this one. So we will ravage there. It's defended 6. And I get 1 fear from that. Then I've got Explorer's Blunder. On each board, destroy 2 Explorers among landless beasts, or coordinated strikes in each land with 3 or more Dahan, 2 damage, and defend 2. Okay, now Ravage in Wetlands and Sands. So we do get a Ravage here. 1 damage into land 6. I'm not going to bother marking that. Dahan will fight back and kill that Explorer. This one's empty. And this one, I'll pay 2 energy and take that Blight from the box rather than the Blighted Island card. Build in Mountains. Explore Coastal. Okay. I was going to let land 3 go, but that's going to be a problem soon, so I might not. Okay, so now I go to Slow Powers. I have Jagged Shards push up from the Earth. Let's go with... I might need to get in there. It should be okay. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. So let's go with Jagged Charge push up from the Earth. I'll do it here. Push those Dahan there. And add a Badlands into land 3. Alright, then I will discard cards and go back to growth, going very quickly. So with this turn, I think that I will continue going from top. I want to get into land 3. And I'm going to need a bunch of energy this turn for this. So let's go with growth 2. Get 3 energy. Going from top. Going there. Let's see, I'll be able to skip all actions with Indomitable Claim. So actually, instead of there, go here. Oh, it doesn't really matter, I guess. No, that'll be good, I think. Okay. So that's fine. I get 4 energy. I've got a lot stocked up. And I'm going to go ahead and play Indomitable Claim and Stubborn Solidarity. Okay. So unfortunately, Stubborn Solidarity, I'm not getting the defend, but that's okay, because I'm using it for the elements, really. So, go into Fast Powers. My Fast Powers here, I'm going to use Indomitable Claim first. I'm going to add from bottom, so that I can get into land 3. And that gives me the threshold. So it's 3 fear, and invaders skip all actions in target land this turn. first fear card. It doesn't matter where I use Stubborn Solidarity, I guess, unless there's some sort of event, so I will use that in land number 2. Dahan in target lands cannot be changed, so if I get some event that tries to kill them, they will survive. And then I have Hold the Island Fast with a Bulwark of Will, so when Blight is added to one of my lands, I may pay 2 energy, just like I did last time. I'm pretty sure I paid the 2 energy. Did I? Maybe I didn't. I'll check the tape. I've got enough extra energy that it's fine. And then I have 3 Earth now, so I'm going to let them break themselves against the stone here in land number 7. After invaders deal 1 or more damage to the land, I deal 2 damage back to them. So. Alright. Event. The Struggles of Growth. Painful Crux Point. Each spirit chooses trade Reach for a Deeper Nature, destroy 2 presence and gain a power card. Or leave behind that which restrains you. Forget a power card, gain 2 energy, move up to 2 of your presence, up to 4 range. Interesting. I think I'd rather destroy my presence and gain a power card. So I can do them from that land. And do I want to gain a minor or a major? Let's see, I'm going to get a minor next turn. And that'll get me to 3 card plays. So I think I can do a major. That'll help me put off my reclaim. My choices are, I'll put them over here, Pyroclastic Flow, Strangling Firevine, Mists of Oblivion, and Dissolve the Bonds of Kinship. There's only one of those that has, only one that has Earth. So I probably want Pyroclastic Flow. It's not a bad card, it's not great. I don't really have the elements to hit the threshold on it. But that's okay. Yeah, let's do that. And I'll just forget... I guess I'll just forget Nature's Resilience. And take that. Irregular Outbreaks. Ignore disease during builds this invader phase. 1 fear per board disease. No disease. Sorry. And then Careful Defense. When invaders ravage, if the land has Dahan, defend 2. Won't matter. Okay. Fear card. Communities in Disarray. Cities each deal -1 damage during ravage, but invaders do not heal damage at the end of this turn. Actually hurts me a little bit. No, not really. Okay, cool. So communities in Disarray. Ravage. So I'm going to pay 2 energy. Take this Ravage. Here. Take it from the box rather than the Blighted Island card, and then do 2 damage back to them. So get 1 fear for that. And yeah, then this one's skipping, so that's fine. Build in Coastal. And explore wetlands. That's alright. Escalation as well, so they get a town and one without one. I'll just throw that into here. Okay, that's their turn. I have no slow powers this turn, so discard cards. And go back to growth. So this turn, I think I'm good to just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm pretty well set on presence and stuff. So let's go with growth 2. So I have plenty of energy. And it's going to be a reclaim next turn. So that's 3. I get top. Over here. I get minor power. I've got Dire Metamorphosis, that's a nice one. Shadows of the Burning Forest, Call to Isolation, and Call to Tend. A Call to Tend would let me remove some of this blight that I've got, that's not too bad. Dire Metamorphosis adds blight, which is fine for me, adds a ton of tokens as well. So that one I don't mind. Interesting. Okay. 1 damage to Dahan. Okay. That means that Dahan would die. No, not necessarily. Okay, cool. I think I like dire metamorphosis here. It's interesting. So let's go with that. And it'll also maybe eventually help me threshold Pyroclastic Flow, whereas the other ones don't. Call to 10, it's also good, but yeah, let's stick with my theme of sticking with Earth cards and go with Dire Metamorphosis. I get 4 energy. Let's see, 4 ones. And then I'm gonna play all 3 cards that I have. Okay. So with this, I'm going to go straight into fast powers. Let's go with Hold the Island Fast with the Bulwark of Will. I have 4 Earth now, so it'll only cost me 1 energy each time I add Blight from the box rather than the Blighted Island card. Oh, Dire Metamorphosis is slow. Shoot, I thought it was fast. That might change things. No, it's still fine. I'm okay with that, I think. It's gonna be a lot of Blight going out. I think it's still fine because it makes Hold the Island Fast with the Bulwark of Will cheaper, so that's okay. Okay, cool. So that's fine. Then I've got Let Them Break Themselves Against the Stone. I've got 3 Earth, so it's still going to just do 2 damage back. So I'll do that over here in 3. Because with the Badlands there, that'll let me kill that city. Then I've got Pyroclastic Flow. It's from a mountain. So I can do that here as well. Actually, I guess I'm going to be clearing that land out. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. So yeah, 2 damage. I'll destroy the city right now, I guess. And destroy all of the explorers. And yeah, that'll be good. Scarred and Stony Land, okay. And then yeah, I think I'm all set. So then we go to the event. Still a healthy island, as much blight as it looks. So provincial seat, on each board choose land with cities, build there. Okay, cool. That one. Beast chase off the homesteaders, on each board push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beasts. Okay, I guess I could just keep stacking up in land number 2 and deal with it a little bit later. And I've got Scarred and Stony Land, so yeah. Then rally to the defense of distant kin. On each board, gather 1 Dahan into a land with Dahan. In that land, defend 1 per Dahan. Cool. So that'll actually save land 1, and I don't have to worry about paying to stop that blight. Let's go in here, and that land is now defended too. Explorers are reluctant, so during the next normal explore, skip the lowest numbered land matching the invader card on each board. Well, that'll be good because I'm getting into stage 3 and lots of stuff's going to be coming out. So let's go to the Ravage. So they're going to Ravage in Coastal. Here first, I'll pay 1 energy. Well, actually, split that up. Pay 1 energy. Take that from the box, and then I do damage back with Let Them Break Themselves Against the Stone. Kill that town, and get 1 fear. Then land 2, same thing. And this one's defended 2. They'll do 1 damage to the Dahan, which will heal at the end of the turn. And Dahan will fight back and clear that land out. Build in wetlands. Don't love what's happening up in land 8, but I think I'll be able to stop it next turn. So. And explore mountains and jungles. Okay, that's fine. Then I go to slow powers. I'm going to do Scarred and Stony Land. I think on land 2, well, it's not really an issue at the moment, so I could do it somewhere else, but I do want to get... Could do it in land 5 instead, and then I don't have to worry about that. So let's do it there. So I'm going to do 2 damage here, which kills that town. Out of Badlands. And then remove that Blight. Alright, we'll lose a Dahan next turn probably, but that's okay. Alright, then I have Dire Metamorphosis as well. Let's go ahead and throw that into land number 1. So, land number 1, I'll pay 1 so I can take the Blight from the box. And it does 1 fear, 1 damage, which will kill this guy. And then I get 1 of every token. Okay, those are my slow powers. Gonna discard cards. And go back to growth. And growth this turn, I'm gonna go to a reclaim. Gives me 2 earth, that's going to be really nice. And I add a presence to a mountain or a land with my presence. So I can't add it into land 8, but that's okay. I can go ahead and do a Sacred Site over in land 7, which is probably the way to go. Let's go there. I want to skip the Ravage in land 8, so I do want to do Indomitable Claim again. 6 energy. And I'm going to have a bunch of earth this time. Fortunately, I'm not going to get a kickback, but next turn I'll be able to. Yeah, that's alright. So let's do Indomitable Claim and Stubborn Solidarity. And maybe Dire Metamorphosis. I can use that over in land 7. That'd be okay. Or Scarred and Stony Land. I can start removing some of this Blight that I've added. Pyroclastic Flow, also pretty good. I don't have enough energy for that one, though. And it's fast, so I can wait until next turn. So let's see, Scarred and Stony Land. And I'll go to my fast powers. So fast powers here, I'm going to use Thresholded Indomitable Claim over in land 8. I guess I'll go from top, bottom, doesn't really matter because I'm going to get the top one next turn. So I guess I'll get the extra earth now. I have a threshold, so it's 3 fear. They're going to skip all actions there. I'm going to do defend Stubborn Solidarity here, so land 5 is defended 2, and Dahan can't be changed. Then I have Hold the Island Fast with a Bulwark of Will. not going to come in handy, but that's okay. Neither will let them break themselves against the stone, which is a shame because I have the highest level, so I can repeat that. I guess I could have an event that ravages, so I'll do that in a couple places. Let's do this mountain and this sands. Okay. Oh, and I was supposed to skip the lowest numbered land matching the invader card for the explorer last turn, which would have been this one. So I won't have to worry about that. Actually, it would have been land 1. So I probably wouldn't have used Dire Metamorphosis there. I would have used it over in land 4 instead, I think. So let's shuffle that around. So this guy actually would have come from there. I have 1 extra energy. And all those tokens are going to be from there. The reason for that is that they would have skipped that explorer in land number 1, which means that there's no reason for me to use Dire Metamorphosis there. I would have used it in land 4 instead. Okay, so that's up to date. I've done my fast powers, so I can go into invader stuff. Event. I definitely need to start advancing the fear deck very quickly because I'm running out of cards against BP6. But I've got increasing aggression, invaders do +1 damage per land when ravaging, that's totally fine. Prey on the heedless in each land with beasts, 1 damage per beast, okay. And then coming of age on each board, add 1 Dahan to a land with Dahan, and no badlands, beasts, disease, or wilds. So actually I can do it. Fear card. Belief takes root. Defend 2 in all lands with presence. Ravage, skipping there. This one's defended 2. They do 2 damage, so 1 of those damages does leak through to the Dahan because of the Badlands, but that's okay. Dahan will fight back and kill that guy. Build in mountains and jungles. Alright, and then explore mountains and wetlands. Okay. That's alright, I think. Okay. Slow powers, I have Scarred and Stony Land. Let's go ahead and use that into... kind of have to do it in land 2, I think. I could maybe do it in 8. And that'll make it easier for me to deal with 8 in a couple turns. So yeah, let's do it up in land 8. We'll do 2 damage there. Pushes me into Terra level 2. Get me Badlands. And it removes that blight. Okay. And that's it for my slow powers. Discard cards. And then go back to growth. So growth this turn, I don't need to reclaim. I can do that next turn. So let's go with probably the energy, so I can save up. Let's see what's happening. The Ravages, I'm pretty good. I want to get a big let them break themselves against the stone over in land 7, which I think I'll be able to do. Should easily have 5 earth, so that's no problem. So yeah, let's go for the energy. I also get 6. And then in 2 turns, if we have 2 turns left, I'll get a major. Okay, and that's coming from top here. Let's get my... place that first, I think, and then get to do the minor. Let's do this. matter too much, I guess. Here. Yep. Then get my miner. Voracious Growth, Cycles of Time and Tide, Gift of Power, and Song of Sanctity. So adding more Dahan is nice with Cycles of Time and Tide, or removing Blight. Either of those is good. Gift of Powers, probably too late for that to be good. Song of Sanctities, not that useful. Voracious Growth, also not. No, actually, that could be useful. That'll let me wipe out land number 5, so I won't have to worry about it next turn, although I wasn't really going to worry about it, but it also, with the Badlands, can kill a city, so I think I like Voracious Growth. I have to kind of start moving towards a win condition, so let's do that. Then I'll play all 4 of my cards. Okay, going into fast powers, I've got Pyroclastic Flow, which is going right here, 2 damage, and Destroy All Explorers. Gets me 1 fear. Don't have the Threshold. I'm very close, actually. Yeah, didn't have the cards to get the Threshold, but it doesn't really matter. So that's good. Then I also have Hold the Island Fast with the Bulwark of Will, so if Blight gets added, I can pay 1 energy to take it from the box instead of from the Blighted Island card. And then I've got Let Them Break Themselves Against the Stone. I've got 5 Earth, so that's going into land 7. And after invaders deal damage, they will take 2 damage and half the damage that they do in that land. Okay. Remnants of a Spirit's Heart. A group of Dahan find a stony ridge with lingering blessings from an ancient mountain spirit. You may leave its strength with a Dahan. Dahan have plus 10 health this turn, and it lands with Dahan. Invaders have plus 1 health. Or with Patient Focus, craft a Great Warding. Cost is 4 energy per player, aided by Earth. I have 5 Earth, so that's free. Defend from Spirits is 4 lower per land this turn. During a future Ravage or future Spirit phase, spirits may jointly grant Defend 4 to all lands. Let's do that. I've got the reminder here somewhere. And like I said, it's free, so that is just, it's a free thing. It's easy. Hunting parties in each land with beasts, 1 fear, beasts and cities, so it doesn't matter. 1,000 small struggles on each board with 4 or more towns and cities, and 4 or fewer, so that doesn't matter. Okay. Alright, fear card, Terra level 2, Panic. Each player adds 1 strife and a land with tokens, or Dahan. For the rest of this turn, invaders have minus 1 health per strife to a minimum of 1. So let's see, Beast Disease or Dahan. Let's go into here. Alright, Ravage Mountains and Jungles. 3 of them are empty. This one, I'm going to pay 1 energy to take that plate from the box. They are doing, let's see, 4, 7, 10 damage in that land. I do half of that back to them, plus 2, so I'm doing 7 damage back. That will kill the city and 2 towns, which is 4 fear. And suddenly the board's looking pretty good. I just need to clear out land number 2. So, 2 and 8. Okay, so that was Ravage. Next is Build in Mountains and Wetlands. Explore Jungles and Sands. Alright, and then I go to slow powers. The only ones I have are Voracious Growth and, well, Jagged Shards and Dire Metamorphosis, so I have a bunch. So I'm going to use Voracious Growth up here in land 8. Does 2 damage, which I can increase by 1 thanks to the Badlands. And kill that city. Then I've got Jagged Shards push up from the earth. Let's see, where do I want that? I think I want some Badlands over in land 2. That'll make it easier for me to destroy stuff there. So let's use that in land 2. Okay, and then I have Dire Metamorphosis. Do I want to use that? It's a little risky at this point. I could use it in the wetland over in land 8, I guess, but it's not great. Or I could just use it in land 1. I don't want to have to worry about land 1, so let's not push that Dahan there. And I'll use Dire Metamorphosis over in land 1. So 1 damage. 1 fear. Pay 1. To get the blight from the box. And add everything. Okay, so I'm going to have 2 fear cards next turn, which is great. So let's go back to growth. So I'm going to discard. I'm going to be reclaiming this turn, which is good, I think. 2 blight in land 7 is going to be tricky, though. So I might have to add a 3rd presence there for now. Yeah, let's do it. I don't really need the presence anywhere else, so that's fine. Unlocking the Reclaim 1 is good. When I get the any element, that's going to be really good. So that'll be next turn, I think. Okay. I get 6 energy. I have 3 earth this turn. I think I just want to do Stubborn Solidarity and Dominable Claim combo again. It's lots of fear, skip actions, defend. Yeah, it's pretty good. And I want to let them kind of break themselves somewhere. So I'll figure that out here in a second. Probably want to start destroying things. I could use Pyroclastic Flow over in 7 instead. Do I have the energy for that? How much do I have? 9? Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, instead of that presence there, I'll put him there. And just do Pyroclastic Flow. Pretty expensive, but that's okay. Then, let's see, so Pyroclastic Flow, yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to use Fast Powers now. So let's go with Hold the Island Fast from Bulwark at Will. I have just 1 energy to take stuff from the box. Pyroclastic Flow, I'll use here, I think. Or do I want to use it in land 2? Might be better in land 2, actually. And I can just let them break themselves, because I can repeat let them break themselves against the stone. So yeah, I will. No, because I don't have enough energy for this. Okay. Pyroclastic Flow. Yeah, let's do that here. 1 fear. Indomitable Claim, I'm going to do a Threshold over in land number 2. So I'll skip that build. 3 Fear. Very close to Terra level 3, just 4 Fear away. And Stubborn Solidarity is going into land 5. So defend 1 per Dahan, and Dahan there cannot be changed. Okay. Events. I've also got Let Them Break Themselves as it's the stone repeated. I'm going to use that in land 8, and I guess land 5. Numinous Crisis. The spiritual energy of the island weakens as life's connections grow ever more tattered. You may draw strength from it while you can. Remove 1 blight per player from the blight card. Then if blight card does not flip, keep removing until it flips and gain energy per blight removed. Or I can pour my strength into the island. Each spirit pays 3 energy, forgets 2 power cards, or returns 1 of their presence to their presence tracks. And it's add blight per spirit to the blight card. I kind of want to keep a healthy island, just because, you know, it's nice. So, yeah, let's just return 1 of my presents to my presence tracks. I'll get that reclaim 1 next turn. Delays me slightly, but that is okay. Keeps me safe from potentially a really bad Blighted Island card, or Blighted Island event that if I get like Promising Farmlands, it would add extra cities and towns, and I don't really want that at this point. So keep a healthy island. Plagues bring fear and death, 1 fear per board with disease. 2 damage to the Han and lands with disease. No. Kept them safe for so long. Oh, in a land with disease. Well, I can do that here. No Dahan to damage. Careful Defense. 1 Invader's Ravage. If the land has Dahan, defend 2. Okay. 3 Terra level 2 fear cards. I've got Dahan Reclaim Fishing Grounds. Each player chooses a different coastal land, and each gather up to 1 Dahan, and then 1 damage per Dahan. Sure. 1 damage per Dahan. I can kill... Do I want to kill the city now, or do I want to save it? I'll do the city now. And that means I'll win in the Ravage phase here. I also do an extra damage because of the Batmans, so that's fine. Then Discord, each player adds 1 strife in a different land with at least 2 invaders. Then each invader takes 1 damage per strife that it has. Sure. I'll go in here. And because it has strife, it takes 1 damage, and it takes 1 extra damage because it has, because there's Badlands there, so it dies. And that pushes me into Terra level 3, and there are no cities on the board, which means that I win. So I don't even need to resolve Angry Mobs. I don't think it gets resolved because the win conditions get checked right away. So that was really easy. Stone's Unyielding Defiance is an absurdly strong spirit, especially when you get Indomitable Claim. Maybe I shouldn't have taken that, I don't know, but it gets me a level 6 win against Brandenburg-Prussia, so I'm okay with that. So you can see how powerful Stone's Unyielding Defiance is. Yeah, even against the fastest adversary in the game, they are no match for the sheer power of Stone. Alright, none packs from scoring this up. This was a 62-point game, which is pretty good, especially against Brandenburg-Prussia and with Stone. Getting a lot of blight on the board, but not mattering too much. So I do think Stone's Unyielding Defiance is one of the strongest spirits in the game. This growth track is just absurd. It's really strong, and made mincemeat of Brandenburg-Prussia even at level 6. So I'm excited to get a true solo game in with Stone's Unyielding Defiance, the first time I've done that, and I actually think this is the first time I've had a Brandenburg-Prussia 6 win on stream. It's not the first time I've done it. I've got a bunch of wins with a bunch of different spirits, mostly on digital, but it's nice to get one up there, just so I have some more stuff, some more adversaries that you get to see. So yeah, this was a fun one. Stone just makes things pretty simple. You just stop blight from coming to the blighted island card, and you end with a healthy island despite all the blight on the board, and that's the way to do it. I was pretty lucky with the cards that I drew, but really you can make a lot of different card draws work with this particular spirit. So hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you like the new setup that I have here. I'll probably still be tweaking it around a little bit, getting it working a little bit better. So far I'm happy with it. Just checking out the recording here, it looks higher quality. But if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you have any spirits that you'd like to see, any spirit pairings that you'd like to see, also let me know, and I'll go ahead and get those done. I think I've got a nice Christmas game planned with Keeper and Starlight. I haven't done that pair before, but it seems appropriate having an angry Christmas tree and Starlight going up against somebody. We'll see who it is. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see everybody next week.